Welcome, welcome, welcome to this impromptu broadcast.
Oh yeah.
And
with the beautiful pink sunset.
oh my gosh, it's gorgeous.
I may have to go excuse myself to take it, but it's all good.
It is.
I'll withhold.
And let me get the screen up here full. It's a beautiful day. It's an 11 day.
Yes,
It's an 11 day if you look at it as 1, 11, 13, 1, 1, 1, 1, 3. Mm-hmm. And for those who have been following us, we particularly like 11, 22, 33, and 8. And we send blessings and love through all those numbers to each other, mm-hmm. and to everyone that knows those numbers with us and for us. We're all part of a great big family. Those who join us regularly on these broadcasts, we count as the Samadhi Game tribe. People who are striving to find a way to accelerate their life in enlightenment, finding a way to align themselves to the deeper principles of their heart, and standing true to that inner small voice that speaks to us as our conscience, the conscience of truth. And it takes a lot of cultivating to get to that conscious, to be able to hear it and say, that's the truth, and it's not just the ego speaking. So we have practices that we look at with Samadhi Game that allow us to weed out the ego from the neutral witness. Thanks for turning that down. And so let's go ahead and do some of these mantras. We wanted to pop in here and do a brief broadcast, maybe a half hour, maybe 45 minutes. Let's see how it takes us. And if you're joining us for the first time, you can go to samadhigame.com and download your free copies of Samadhi Game. Free. Or you can just follow along with us as we broadcast the Samadhi Game Manifesto, the manuscript of it, on the screen for you to read along with us. The idea is that we're going to be reading these words together and creating a resonance across the planet. So it becomes even more powerful than when we do them individually, alone, even though we're all one when we're alone. So how do you feel? You want to go ahead and do it? You want to say anything, or should we just start up?
Let's start up.
Okay, let's go for it. I'd like to start at the beginning of the book. It's called The Shadowless Light of Samadhi. It's feeling, tone, and state of knowing. We want to really get the feeling tone in our bodies so that we can share that with our loved ones, our tribe, and even our enemies. Okay, so let's go. Singing these words together. O glorious shadowless light of eternity, that brilliance of I Am Samadhi, shining in the void as 10,000 suns, descend, 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 as the tangible substance of loving splendor. Go ahead, and you can continue this for me.
Oh, sorry.
Loving splendor,
dazzling intelligence and palpable power for all to absorb and identify with, as the full and only authority throughout the earth, the boundless treasure house of the universe, and our infinite I Am Samadhi of scintillating fire and dazzling light, that I am. I release the power of mastery without limit now, revealing the self and flooding forth perfect miracles in all activities, bringing to pass the enlightenment of the ages and letting every being on earth sense and surrender to the intimacy of this light. Everywhere, the fullness of the self expanding as love, wisdom, and joy forever. Now, great songs of praise and gratitude burst forth from the heart of humanity for that silent splendor poured out to all. Now, great love flows forth from the heart... No, too far.
Sorry.
From the heart of the secret love star, drenching the earth with the glory and ecstasy of golden pink liquid light. Now, the oneness of supreme love, wisdom, and blazing joy overwhelms this whirl of duality in its glowing orb of transmutation, reconciliation, and dominion, making of Terra a smiling sun of everlasting, all-powerful, limitless light, casting no shadow, and in which only that absolute perfection can forever dwell. Now, I am limitless gifts of all good things, anointing the earth with abundance, healing, and happiness for all mankind. O presence of the shadowless light from out the great silence, we identify with thee now. I am the elation and exhilaration, freedom and liberation of this eternal experience and gnosis of Samadhi. Its ecstatic hearing, blissful feeling, cosmic scent, sublime taste, and immaculate vision, holding all safely within that compassionate diamond heart forever. I intensify this feeling tone of I am shadowless light, in acknowledgement, acceptance, and awareness, surrender, devotion, and adoration, for the state of knowing that, this all-pervading I am Samadhi, the intelligence of the heart that is divine illumination.
And here you can say the name of the hero that you are. You can find a name of the hero or the heroine. We watch movies all the time, and our favorite movie stars are named as Achilles or whatever it is. They play that role. If you have a hero that you like as an archetype, say that name in addition to your name, like Gregory Donald Brinkley, the Achilles of enlightenment.
Yeah, but you love your ankles.
I love my ankles, so I hope not to get shot there.
True.
Or whatever it is, the name of your inner hero or inner heroine. Today we're going to bring out that hero, that heroine, standing firm in your truth. And say your name.
I'm awake.
Am awake, as is the Ascended Master Jesus. And to stop just for a moment, that Ascended Master Jesus is a hero. When he stood and he pronounced his teaching, he brought it forth and he gave it forth in the midst of the dual human ego. What a hero he was. And so we go on. This shadowless light, its feeling, tone, and state of knowing, that I am that never sleeps and enjoys all, now and forever. You can change that picture. When you get your own copy of Samadhi Game, you can put the picture of whatever master you love in there. Let's sing this song as in its English form, identifying with and really affirming who we really are in our hearts. And you can say, let's say Lord Christ instead of Lord Shiva today. I bow to the Samadhi within myself, known as Lord Christ, that is the true teacher. This Samadhi that I am takes the form of truth, consciousness, and bliss. I am always present and full of peace. I am always present and full of peace. I am always present and full of peace. I am completely free and I sparkle with the divine luster. That song can be sung many times through. The opening pillar of light, the pillar of the world. Sublime I am Samadhi that I am, enfolding me now in that mighty, magic, electronic pillar of cosmic light substance. My identification with its magnificent humility and thoughtful creativity, so powerful and complete, that I artfully and magically alter every polarity with healing unity. Within this majestic pillar of light blazes that love as the violet, compassionate flame, in, through, and around my etheric, mental, emotional, and physical bodies, effortlessly dissolving, consuming, transmuting, and reconciling the dualities of my human ego, charging my world and all I contact with the tangible substance, living awareness and conscious activity, the presence and superconscious Samadhi of all enlightened beings, liberated and ascended masters, seeing, feeling, and hearing this light as it shines, radiates, and resonates within me as a visible pillar of the world, stabilized, supported, and sustained by the brilliant, elegant One, and infinitely sensitive to that invulnerable state of divine I Am Samadhi. Eternity is my home. I do all that is necessary to actualize this ever-fresh realization and organize my life around it. Even heroes put on their armor. They put on their breastplate, their helmet. They hold their sword in their hand, and they go forth armored, prepared. It's not something that just happens. Right. So we're putting on that armor when we put on this opening pillar of light, the pillar of the world, surrounding ourselves and ensconcing ourselves in the idea, the intention of light. It has to be intended. It has to be idolized. It has to be realized through the intention. Otherwise, it just floats around in the etheric realm, not really ever coming down to root in the earth. And that's what Samadhi game is about, is rooting this light in the earth, this tantra of enlightenment, this tantra of embedding spirit in matter and our conscious awareness, rather than having it float around in the etheric realm for embodiment after embodiment after embodiment, and hoping that somehow we'll find the door, the key to enlightenment and freedom. It happens with conscious intention. Let's go on. Give some more. Let's give some really positive, uplifting mantras. Let's give the heartfelt, tangible samadhi. One of the keys to samadhi is being able to feel it in your own body. To actually feel what love feels like as it courses through your veins. It's a very important concept, a very important part of the path when you sit in your meditations, to be able to just dunk your head in the overflowing ocean of samadhi. So let's go and say this mantra which affirms this for us, this dunking of our heads in samadhi. O Great Spirit, O mighty I am samadhi at the center of all creation, radiant with illuminating fire, O heartfelt parent of all sons and sons, pour forth that life-giving power and fan the spark of that divinity on the altar of my heart. Amplify and magnify this spark by the fire breath of the whole I Spirit into the potent God flame that I am. O the shimmering fountain of life that I hear, feel, smell, taste, and see within me, I choose this constant cascade of liquid light, actively receiving its shimmering, directive radiance, tangibly and powerfully manifest in my experience. I open the innermost temple of love within this evident, ebullient, celestial, cosmic fire. I manifest that life and light for our healing and regeneration, letting the breath, height, fullness, and crown of the solar radiance of the sun behind the sun appear. I stand forth. Revealed in and through me is the neutral witness that Christos, Krishna, Buddha, Allah, Pharaoh, Monarch, Divine Mother, Father, Sun conscious awareness.
I am the visible,
audible, and tangible flame of eternal life, breathing the scintillating prana-chi from the source to the root of my being. Liquid rays of light flooding my chakras, seated upon their lotus thrones of love. Molten gold of enlightenment, shivering its ascension up my spine, crowning my awareness with the diamond rays of attainment. As the white fire beam of my heart, I dynamically emanate and transmit this audible, tangible, fragrant, delectable, and visible substance of living samadhi as creativity and direction. I am a sun in the palace of the shining void, this temple a glistening world of infinite space. The process of my transformations, sounding the melodies, harmonies, and rhythms of the great solar symphony. I am the dazzling flame of life, here and now, because I am nowhere else but everywhere, forever. I am Samadhi's palpable joy, tactile glory, and felt perfection of boundless being. I am that, I am that, I am that. I am, and here you pronounce your heroic name. Or your heroine's name. And you say it again. I am, and then pronounce it aloud. I am, and one last time. An embodiment, an embodiment, an embodiment. I am oneness lived. It's nice to give these mantras in this afternoon. Hey Tanya, welcome to Samadhi Game.
Hey.
We're doing this as an impromptu broadcast. We just felt the calling, and I'm glad to see you there. Oftentimes we have people that are watching that don't show up on our broadcast list here, but some people who sign in with Ustream do show up, and we're grateful to have you, and you can make comments as well. So if you're watching and you'd like to make comments, you can go to the Ustream .tv and then sign in for Samadhi Game. And once you're at Samadhi Game there, you can create, I think you might have to create an account on Ustream.
You just have to, it's not really a money account, you just have to create a username and password.
And then we can see you,
You have to
on
sign
the...
in actually almost every time.
Yeah. But it's kind of fun. We can see you and you can see us, and it's kind of nice to have that chatting.
We love chatting.
Yeah, we do.
Don't we love the computer? This internet?
You know, the connection revolution is at hand.
Yes, it is.
It is really, happening, where each person now has connection to millions. And if we have something to share, we've got to share it.
True. And it's like having coffee talk around the world.
It is.
Without having to drive to the table, but you get to like see each other, what things are going here and here and here, and it's really incredible, right?
Well, I love it, and I love it because I think, everyone knows we met that way.
Yep.
And I love the fact that we met. I'm so grateful for that.
Forever and ever. And if it wasn't for the digital age...
Who knows?
Who knows?
The digital can bring people of a feather together. And that goes not just for individuals, but it goes for groups and tribes of individuals who are deciding that they're going to take a step in a certain direction. With Samadhi Game Tribe, we're taking the step that we're trying to promote the individual enlightenment of each person. And the mantras that I've written into Samadhi Game are mantras like you might find on angel cards or other affirmations.
Affirmations or old Sanskrit that people can understand.
Exactly. Except for the fact that there's lots of them and they're linked together so that you build a momentum as you give these mantras. You build a momentum that grows from mantra to mantra to mantra, sentence to sentence to sentence, rather than picking up an angel card and going, I am light. Oh, beautiful. It's beautiful.
No.
It's beautiful. But then it ends there. Yeah. With Samadhi Game, we actually intensify the action of affirmation and make it into a rolling momentum. Yeah. It's almost like soldiers marching in lockstep over a bridge. The momentum of their step actually creates a vibration that could collapse a bridge.
If they're not in tandem.
If they're walking in tandem, it can collapse a bridge. So if they have to break their marching step when they go over bridges, otherwise they could actually break the bridge.
It starts to bounce like this, but Samadhi Games allows you to put in tangible names to make it personal and allow the, shall we say, magic?
The magic.
To work its circle.
Yes, it does.
And
so
let's calls it out. Let's do it.
Let's do some more magic. And one of the parts of Samadhi Game is to do masculine and feminine, to balance those two rays within us. And so let's go to the affirmation and prayer of the divine masculine presence. This is a mantra that's fashioned after the Our Father given to us by Jesus, except it's a little bit refined for our age. So let's go to that. And together. O sacred masculine essence of my eternal being, Holy One in my core, I am that I am. I am that divine masculinity within me now. I am the will of that kingly consciousness being done. I am the unchanging awareness of each moment, the natural spaciousness of each instant. On earth, that I am, even as I am that in heaven. The sacred, tangible silence, death to my ego, source of my sustenance. This radiant gift of love, heart of my purpose, the Dharma, freely given to all. This shining void of stillness consumes every temptation of duality. This presence of Samadhi dispels all cross-currents of the human ego. I am transfiguration's total surrender, forgiveness, and reconciliation. I am's resurrection's focus of wisdom and power. I am the absolute cooperation with the inevitable, ascension's expanding glory of eternal victory. All this freedom forevermore. I am. Om. Peace. Amen. I am. And now let's go straight into the affirmation and prayer of the divine feminine, weaving this garment of light, of masculine and feminine through our bodies. Come on. I am the divine feminine, the direct and connected fullness of beauty and forgiving grace. With me now in the intuition, dance, and the relations of my heart, chalicing the hallowed vision, purpose, and paradigm of the golden age dawning. Blessed queens of Buddhic, angelic, and Christic realms, Kuan Yin, Green Tara, Holy Mary, O Pallas Athena, Parvati, Sarasvati, Lakshmi, whom I am. Here are calls for compassion, wholeness, and the manifest oneness in the flesh. And here you can formulate your own prayer. It can be either abstract or it can be very concrete. Just see it and feel it, as though this intention were already manifest. Just pretend for a moment as you're formulating this intention as though it were already come to pass. Especially on this 11 day, this 11113 day, this day of miracles in numerology. See it already done. Feel it is already done. Let the joy well up within you as though it were already done. Don't wait for your happiness. Don't wait for the outcome. Already live in that manifestation of joy. And then together, let's finish our mantra. Guide us. Intensify our path. The direct and connected fullness of beauty and forgiving grace. The manifest experience of healing and truth. And the mastery, liberation, and triumph of enlightenment. I am the cradled babe of eternity, safe in the bosom of omnipresence. I am the cradled babe of eternity, safe in the bosom of omnipresence. I am the cradled babe of eternity, safe in the bosom of omnipresence. Just a word about our mantras. Oftentimes, people will, on the path of enlightenment, they spend time meditating in silence. And that's very, very valuable. But you'll find, almost everyone will find this, that meditation has its drawbacks. The silence tends to be difficult to enter into and attain to, especially when our lives are filled with upheaval. And so these mantras are written out of the silence. These affirmations are written as though the silence were speaking to us in a deep, profound meditation. So if you can think of and what they do is they carry us both to the silence and from the silence. So as we're giving these mantras, these affirmations of being, if you allow yourself to feel as though you were sitting silent, they can become even more powerful because it's coming not from this thin wrapping of the dual human ego that our consciousness resides in, but from this deep level of consciousness. It's really awesome. So let's go on and give some more of these mantras. Oops. Cancel that. Let's go back here. There we go. Nothing's silence sounding light. This particular mantra is about weaving now the ideas, the intentions of both masculine femininity within each individual. Every man has masculine and feminine. Every woman has masculine and feminine. And so we each affirm it for ourselves. Come on. I am zero, the great yang, the vast silence, the undisturbed stillness, radiating an antakarana of oneness, the sounding of love alone, the essence of life and light, strength, courage, beauty, and perfection. I am nothing silence, I am sounding light, I am whole and universe, luminous golden white. I am nothing silence, I am sounding light, I am whole and universe, luminous golden white. In the stillness within, existence I am, birth to an active great yin radiance, spreading throughout the vastness. I am conscious silence, stalwart I command, stoic inspiration, I am guided man. I am conscious silence, stalwart I command, stoic inspiration, I am guided man. I am conscious silence, stalwart I command, stoic inspiration, I am guided man. Louder and louder the great mother I am, muses, inspires, hums and sings songs of new life, a glad music of my heart. I am sacred rhythm, my keynote harmony, this melody is truth, the light held high and free. I am sacred rhythm, my keynote harmony, this melody is truth, the light held high and free. I am sacred rhythm, my keynote harmony, this melody is truth, the light held high and free. Born now anew, I receive and I accept this Christos, Krishna, Buddha, Allah, Pharaoh, Monarch, Divine Mother, Father, Son, conscious awareness. Seven ultra sacred, flaming paraclete, my forehead now emblazoned, I am crown complete. Seven ultra sacred, flaming paraclete, my forehead now emblazoned, I am crown complete. Seven ultra sacred, flaming paraclete, my forehead now emblazoned, I am crown complete. And so we give these mantras, and they sing through our worlds. And I thank you so much for joining us.
Hey, look at our fire, how beautiful it is.
Yes, let me move so that it can be seen.
Mm-hmm. But guess what? The Christmas ornaments are coming down this weekend. Boo-hoo.
Well, you know what? We've had them up ever since that
Thanksgiving night.
Thanksgiving night. We put them up exactly
on Thanksgiving
night. And they've had a long, beautiful run, and we have enjoyed them tremendously.
Yes, we have.
I mean,
you know what
utterly.
I really enjoy is waking up in the morning and coming out and seeing the Christmas. The Christmas tree has been on 24/7 for at least 2 months now.
It's been our nightlight.
Yes, it has. And we have a big mirror there, so it's almost like 2 Christmas trees.
Yeah, it is.
Which is double the pleasure for me.
You took a picture of that, and you posted that, and it was beautiful. It looks like well, it is. You're a professional photographer.
No, I'm not.
Well, you are.
Okay, come on.
Anyway, so let's go ahead and give some more mantras, continuing to roll the very wheel of this prayer. This is like in the East, they have the Tibetan prayer wheels, you know. And you walk into a room and they have on them inscriptions of these prayers. And all you got to do is roll it, and it moves that image of that prayer through time and space. And that has an effect. It's not quite as powerful as saying the prayer yourself. So what we do is we say these mantras, and when we intone them, we're actually calling these frequencies, these vibrations of enlightenment unto ourselves very easily in English language, very easy to understand. It doesn't have to be Sanskrit. And you don't have to learn Sanskrit to do it. Come on with us. This is the radiant circle of healing love and the art of life and liquid white light.
I love this one.
It's beautiful.
Circle me now and circle me now. Let's do
Together.
it.
O radiant circle of healing love and the art of life and liquid white light. Encircle me now, encircle me now, encircle me now. I am this loving splendor encircling me now. I am this living prana chi encircling me now. I am this liquid crystal fire encircling me now. I am this samadhi encircling me now. This I radiate, radiate, radiate. As the active intelligence of powerful conscious volition that I am, I govern this exhaustless energy and precipitate all things into form. Of those who come under the radiation of this, my radiant circle of healing love and the art of life and liquid white light, including, and here you can name those that you would like to have ensconced in your life and light. And they can be your family, your friends, your loved ones, and your enemies too.
Yeah.
Or your so-called enemies.
People you're having arguments with.
And people you might be having an argument with or a disagreement with. For God's sakes, we're all brothers and sisters on this planet. And eventually we will all realize that and come together in love rather than in animosity.
It's amazing what happens when in animosity, when 2 people are arguing and then something happens and all of a sudden they're hugging each other.
Yes, it can happen.
You forget about the small things.
And what they say, and they're all small things.
Oh, yeah.
How does that saying go?
It actually says there's no agnostics in war. But that's loving God. But what are you going to say?
I was going to say, don't worry about the small things, and they're all small things. Something there's a saying about it, but it says it differently. So anyway, so include those names, and then we can also include the name of the tribe that we're with here right now, the Samadhi Game tribe. All the people online now joining in, Tanya and Lisa and all those who are not identified yet in Ustream. But thank you for joining us, and you're all included in our love and our group love and our dynamic energy that we come together and give these mantras together. And we're going to say this. The Samadhi Game tribe and community. I will go back to it's here, right there in italics for you all to see. So, just get it back here. I'm sorry, I just lost there. Now we're back.
Okay.
And including the Samadhi Game community and Primera Agua Healing and Enlightenment at Sunny Meadow. I ignite and I expand the illuminating center within their bodies, emotions, and minds into that active, perfect, and eternal garment of enlightenment. O radiant circle of healing love and the art of life and liquid white light, that I am. Instantly bring healing to and make art of all dual human ego in my world, opening wide the door of my heart to the ineffable, divine, and present existence in expression and expansion. I am the wide open door of my heart, flooding forth the radiant circle of healing love and the art of life and liquid white light, the enchanting essence of my electronic body, and I am Samadhi. I balance, blaze, and dazzle the threefold activity of my heart's Samadhi. Ennobling love, wisdom, and power encircles me, now and forever bringing healing to and making art of every dual human ego activity. freeing me to leap into divine union with the source of these, the shining three. I am the mighty, magic, electromagnetic circle of invincible liquid love, light, and light substance.
Instantly transmuting and
Harmonizing, healing, and making art of every discordance or distraction which seeks to enter or intrude itself, masquerading as the I am me. I am the self-sustaining perfection of my world, enfolded in the radiant circle of healing love and the art of life and liquid white light. The samadhi that I am, I remain. Vanish the veils of light and shade. I abide in the shining truth of divine law and the justice of eternity. I am the lake of kindness, free of disturbing conditions, inner and outer. Then we can say this Om together, and we all know that. So let's go back here so we can all see each other. Just wanted to comment on that. This is magic. It is magic. When we can say and we can culture ourselves with these ideas of enlightenment. These ideas don't come easily in the world. The world grabs and pulls at us for survival and prominence and notoriety and fame and fortune. And that pulling is awfully difficult to resist. And it takes a concerted effort to allow ourselves to feel the glory of our neutral witness, the fantastic wonder of our Christ, Krishna, Buddha self, as it pours through us. And as we do so, we become more and more privy to that voice of the Christ within us. And we actually begin to speak the voice of the Christ. And not only teaching and formal practices, but every day as we go forth, when we see people on the street, when we make breakfast, when we take the children to school in the morning, when we
make pizza for dinner.
When we make pizza for dinner, it's all Christ, it's all Krishna, it's all Buddha.
Mm-hmm.
And
actually, food tastes better when you put the love into it.
It's God, it's so much better when it's loved.
Mm-hmm.
I love it when you love your food. Your food is always so loved. And then when it's a circle, because when you put love into the food, then the people that eat it give out love, and then you want to give out more
crawl under
love.
the table. Actually, one time that I was really into salting, I refused to even let you eat it.
Oh, really?
Don't you remember? I took it away. It was the onion soup.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You did.
I wouldn't even. He took one spoon. I go dumped. That was it. Nope. No commanding performance for that one.
I have to make that onion soup again. It was very
I know, but you're gonna
good, but it was
salt
a little
it.
too salty, and we're both sensitive to salt, so we have to practice discernment when
because
we
we
eat.
have this very, very cool little system of rubbing two sea salt things together, and it really looks pretty.
And it feels good.
Mm-hmm, but
it's too much.
Not to the tongue.
So let's go on. Let's give another mantra. These mantras are positive, affirmatory, and we're giving mantra. Remember, mantra after mantra after mantra, building upon the former mantra. It's not just one angel card that we pick up and have to take with us for the day, but it's all of these mantras put together as a gestalt, creating a hologram of light, a magical matrix into which we can pour our lives.
Let's go.
Okay, let's go. Samadhi's I am memory and momentum, the golden river of sustained enlightenment and divine direction. From billowing clouds and the spotless sky of the tangible I am Samadhi, that I am, comes now a downpour of the memory and momentum of the golden river of sustained enlightenment and divine direction, a drenching of mastery and dominion, here and now, rivulets of wise thinking, lovely feeling, and powerful activity, converging as the eternal sweep of the sacred Ganga, the memory and momentum of love, wisdom, and power, flooding forth like a million Niagara Falls, ceaselessly descending into and around all my thoughts, feelings, and activities, including, and here you can actually, the weekend, all of our planned activities for this glorious weekend in front of us all.
Yes.
And do we have anything in special that we want to plan?
Okay, just life.
Life love. And love and care and wisdom. And anything that you out there in internet land might have specific, you can say it, and it'll be ensconced in this holographic matrix. And then together, to harmonize and perfect them now, as Krishna, as Christos, as Krishna, as Buddha, as Allah, as Pharaoh, as monarch, as the divine mother father, as the sun-conscious neutral witness awareness, I enter this golden river of sustained enlightenment and divine direction here and now, bathing in the streaming memory and momentum of love, life, and light. I take command of all thoughts, feelings, and actions below the highlands of superconscious living in awareness. Lo! I am become the sea of mirth itself. Lo! I am become the sea of mirth itself. Lo!
You love that.
I am become the sea of mirth itself. I just love that word, lo. I feel so biblical when I say it. Oh, loving I am Samadhi that I am. O Ganesha, O great divine director and the great karmic board, that I am. I invoke the memory and momentum of sustained enlightenment and divine direction. I am that guidance now. I am that courage and strength that acts. And in my attention to my, and then men with me, women with Ravi. Purpose, plan, focus, freedom, dharma, and death. I hold my scepter of dominion and power sustained. From the joyous I am, Samadhi that I am, I descend in the world in radiance of this Christos, Krishna, Buddha, Allah, Pharaoh, monarch, divine mother, father, sun-conscious awareness. I envelop my four lower bodies with the unbroken thrill of that neutral witness and unique sexual essence, and I stand guard over my entire consciousness, being, and world, 24/7. O eternal I am Samadhi, beyond all imagination of expectancy, I charge my physical, emotional, mental, and etheric bodies with that memory and momentum of full conscious realization as I issue the following command to all the polarized human creation and ego etched in my pranas, chakras, and meridians, and those of the entire planetary body.
Dissolve,
consume, transmute, and reconcile by the violet light of Samadhi. Dissolve, consume, transmute, and reconcile by the violet light of Samadhi. Dissolve, consume, transmute, and reconcile by the violet light of Samadhi. I let this instantaneous release of the self-luminous, infinitely intelligent light substance issue forth without limit from the immortal Samadhi that I remember I am. And I charge these pranas, chakras, and meridians, thoughts and feelings, activities and environment, with the victorious memory and momentum of the golden river of sustained enlightenment and divine direction, such that all polarized human creation and ego is instantly transmuted and transfigured into refined and perfected states of awareness, action, and physicality. Om.
Peace.
Amen. You know, we're all in this embodiment here. We're all struggling not only with the momentum and memories of society at large, but all the embodiments that we've had, all of the experience that we've had, not only in this embodiment and past embodiments, that have built themselves as a momentum into our consciousness. And we really need to practice the movement of the neutral witness that is the momentum of its own, the momentum of the Christ that overcomes. How did Christ put it? I am an overcomer. How did he put it? He talked about overcoming. Be thou overcomers, I think he said. Or was that Paul? I can't remember. But the idea of it is to overcome, you have to have momentum.
Overcome the transgressions of the world.
Transgressions of the world. Mm-hmm. And those transgressions are alive within your consciousness. Satan cometh and he findeth nothing in me. is another statement that was made by the Master. And what he's saying there is if we can clear out our own consciousness, if we can clear ourselves of all those resonances of duality that are unbefitting to our own higher self, then we won't have to deal with the negativity from outside. It won't touch us. Mm-hmm. And we all have it, and you're going to find that even though you give these mantras, you're still dealing with it.
Yes.
But at least now you're beginning to realize and remember who we really are at the core. And when we remember that at the core, we have a chance of overcoming the opposition that comes at us from our own inner self as well as outer selves. And we're heroes. In that sense, we become heroes.
And helpers.
Heroes and helpers and loving ones.
Yes, love.
Okay. All right. So we wanted to just, come in here and do a short session of Samadhi Game. We've been going for about 40 minutes. We want to thank you again for joining us in this impromptu session of Samadhi Game. We do regular sessions of Samadhi Game.
Thank you, Tanya. Thank you, Lisa. And the
others.
Who we see as numbers.
Yes. And thank you so much for coming. We have our regular broadcasts on Monday and Wednesday mornings. We start the music at 7 o'clock Mountain Time, a.m. Mountain Time. And at 8:30 a.m. Mountain Time, we do the processing affirmations and hellos and, happiness for the day. And until then, we hope to see you again soon and have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. We'll leave you with some music, all right? Have a good day. Ciao.
Ciao.